Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. What's up, guys and gals? What is going on with you? All right, we are live. This is Ellip from ksound.com, live from the sound box. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Give me 1 second. Can you guys hear me? What's up, Craft Master? Rant incoming. I already knew it was coming. What's up with you guys? I apologize for having you guys waiting. I already got one thumbs down. Wow, man. No consideration of if something happened on my end. Just thumbs. I see thumbs down before I even go live. We ain't even start talking. Man, the hate is real. Anyway, what is up with you guys? You guys know recently that Presonus went live like a day ago, so we're streaming a day late and an hour later than the original time. Had some technical difficulties and still having them even right now, because if I decide to show you guys something audio wise, it's only going to come through mono. It's not going to come through stereo. But um, I am still new to what's going on right now as we speak, and so I haven't had the chance to like break everything down and test everything. However, I at work early, I was able to download this and test out a couple of things, and I can show you guys some things I noticed right off the bat that I like. So Studio One 4.5. So in here in this session, immediately like some things that I've noticed. This is just a song that I was working with earlier. Um, a lot of things that I feel like um it's still kind of it's geared towards mix engineer, which is not a bad thing because I'm a mix engineer myself, and so a lot of the things I do care about. As you can see, like one of the biggest things that I feel like is a something that most of you guys requested for, which is having the ability to control like your incoming, your input, your gain structure on the front end instead of going in the actual track itself or on the region. Like if I was to go in here, you know what I'm saying? And most of the times what we were doing, we were either doing this. Well, that's really not gain station, but what we was really doing is adding a plugin called the mix tool. Is it the mix tool? I think it's the mix tool. Let's see. The mix tool. I think it's called the mix tool. Yeah, the mix tool. So we would have to add the mix tool on every input, and then handle the gain staging like that. But now you can do that. Like there is like this thing right here, and if you don't see that immediately, then all you have to do is just go here to the gear icon here in your mix window and just make sure you have. Let me see if I can remember exactly which one was it. Is it the audio device controls or input controls? Yeah, it's the input controls. That's what you need to have active. I'm not really sure if that's by default every time you go in here or if you can set it as default. I believe you can. Right? And then there was this big thing about groups, real groups. Um, Now that we have groups, it's like in addition to Now it's like several ways to group now. Now we have packing folders. Pack folders became your group, right? But if you need to like edit the entire group, like we would usually have to go and say we have to activate that group. I really don't want to do too much editing to this song because I'm working on it at the moment, and I don't want to. I could always save a new version, right? I could definitely save a new version because that's something you can do in Studio One. That's not new. That was last update or 2 updates ago. Save new version. I'll just say no, I don't want to save a show. Let's just say live stream, which is really cool. Like I like that because something I was able to do in Logic, I could do in here. I think it was like another version that you could save, but it never worked, and then they fixed it, and so now that part is great. So different versions that you could save in here via show mix, radio mix, um, I don't know, different versions that you can have with different alternatives, as what they call it in Logic, alternatives, and it's true. So when you go in, you can go right back to that instead of having several files of the same session. You can do that within Studio One, which was like last update, right? Really cool. All right, so let me catch up with some of these questions, and then we're gonna go down the line. I haven't seen anyone done it yet, but like the release notes, no one really kind of went down the line. We probably won't get through them all, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea. One of the questions I've seen like so far that I noticed, which is a popular one. Cats was asking if they can see these updates that we are talking about in the artist version. No, you cannot see like uh I gotta point out the number one feature I know that I request, which was being able to bounce down music to video instead of bouncing down audio file and then have a third party video application such as um, Final Cut or Premiere or Vegas or iMovie. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to have different software now. And we can all do that inside of Studio One, which was a huge feature request of mine, is because you could do that in Logic. Um, so I found myself working in Logic for that reason, which was the reason why you guys see me go back to Logic, and then I was inspired to upload some videos because of some things I saw. I was like, man, okay, Logic brought their A game up. This is crazy. You know, it was a lot of features in there that I have never seen before, and then I like the fact that Logic can talk to Machine, my complete control, like DAW integration, and it just works. I can mix on the actual keyboard. Like it is beautiful. I could do that in a Bitwig. Bitwig allows, it's like an open platform with Bitwig though. They allow people to create scripts, and so that's how I was able to get my machine. No, was it my no? It was my complete control that worked the best with Bitwig, and I can do the same exact things. Looked a little bit different, but like I don't know if you could do this in Pro Tools, but I know Cubase supports DAW integration. Presonus is the only one. Well, I don't not the only one, but like this, it's a Studio One is one of those DAWs where it is like it's kind of fresh for music production, eh, if you will, in a sense, maybe, you know, like it's still kind of fresh on the platform, and it's something that a lot of us are requesting because we spent hundreds of dollars buying Complete Control because we love the way, pretty much love Native Instruments and everything that they're doing, and like how they design their products to work with their software or plug-in products, instruments, and things like that, and then have like use the same keyboard or the machine to, you know what I'm saying, control your DAW as well, is which is a huge thing, you know, for people like me and other people who think alike. Some people are like, well, you know, I don't understand the big deal, whatever. It's that that's a feature request. So I have not seen anything in here. No, they have not updated that. I don't think that we can do that. So like if I go here in devices, if I add new, the only thing I see in here is like under native, and it's crazy because they have Native Instruments as a folder as one of the developers or device models in here. It's got Control 49 and then Machine Control. The only problem is it's the old machine. It's the MK2, the template for that, and that that's it. Maybe there's something on the back end that I need to update, but I do notice like when you click this here, it's like a document. It's actually the template for like your control, your editor. Is it editor? Yeah, editor. And then you can get this working. So I had my machine actually works with Studio One, but I have to be in MIDI mode. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't work like Logic. Like I don't have to be in MIDI mode inside of Logic. It just works. All right. So I'm gonna read some of these questions. Hey, you guys feel free to hit the thumbs up. Let's crush that thumb down. I got one thumb down already. Like, man, we ain't even got in the video. Like, what's going on? If you're not subscribed to the channel, feel free subscribe to the channel. Help grow the channel. You know, that's what's up. I appreciate that, guys. All right, Rob, what's up, Rob? Grimy Needle, Tory Gray, Black Ave, DMV Tracks, Movie Kid. I'm going down the list. Raise your hand if I call your name. Say present. If you're not here, just don't say anything. Remember that grade school? Go down the list. Cornell Ward, what's up? Jay Beats. Everybody's in here. Hit Creative Music, what is up? What's up with you guys? We are live right now from the Creative Box, Dallas, Texas. In case any of you guys was wondering like where I'm from. I'm from Chicago actually, but Dallas, Texas. What up? What up with everybody? Eugene, what's up? Craftmaster, MIDI to pattern. What you do with that? MIDI to pattern. MIDI to pattern. Huh. Yeah, what would you do with that? I'm guessing cats can create MIDI chords or MIDI notes, like beat patterns or something like that, and then you could throw it in here in your, you know, in your patterns and make alterations. I'm guys, I work a lot different. I work a little different from some other people, which is I say one of the reasons why I have like a different mindset, a different perspective, a different approach. Like a lot of people was excited about the Atom controller. I have mixed feelings about that. I think it's great, but uh, mm. All right, let's read the release notes. So Presonus 4.5 came out with over 70 updates. This is what is being floating around. And I didn't even have the audacity to actually count if it's actually 70. It don't look like 70 to me. I don't know. So let me throw that up on the screen just so you guys can see what's going on. And that's just the first page. So if I go further than that, then I'm probably, yeah. That's not everything. You guys can't see everything, but I'll just read it to you. We got a redesigned hardware controls, gain polarity, 48-volt on mixer channel for compatible Presonus interfaces. So yeah, that's what we see. That's what I just shown you guys, which is the input gain knob on the front end of the channel, right? And then you have your polarity switches here. Polarity. Yeah, so cool. Input mixer, software gain, polarity controls on every input. Okay, yeah. Software input gain. So the first three um the first three is about the input gain. Okay. All right. So extended group system with attributes. We kind of touched that a little bit. So in the grouping, you can control the volume. So like with VCA faders, you can create VCA faders in here, but that's just controlling whatever tracks you group and sent to that VCA fader. But with groups, you can actually control the volume, the pan, the mute, the solo, the inserts, and sends. So you could do all of that with groups, which is pretty good. That's remarkable. Groups defined as edit or mix groups with attributes. Okay, cool. So, all right. Command shortcuts to suspend any group. So you can suspend any group. My boy Marcus kind of elaborate on that in the live stream. So you guys will need to go and check that out. New group section. Okay, it's a lot of things talking about groups. Okay. Optional group name display on channels. So this is like a group heavy release. Okay. So the groups, the input, optional group name display on. Okay. All right. Like I'm okay. We get it, right? Well, I mean, at least like okay, so this is for recording and mixing, and I'm just thinking like all of these points. I'm looking at all these points as something new, but it's like it's every point is an elaboration on something new. Like it should have been like I don't know, like indented more if it's regarding the same whatever. I sound like I'm trolling myself, right? Okay. Support for unlimited nest groups. Okay. New group section. Track list. Optional group. Oh, okay. So recording and mixing. So those are all the things in recording and mixing. RMS peak metering option for per channel. Global pre-fader options. Quick design. Like I said, I'm not going through all of these. I will be creating videos showing you guys things. But the most important for me right now is like what have they done like for music. Like that's my main thing, and you guys can't see that. You you can't see. Okay. So for the musical MIDI editing, they added more MIDI editing for yeah, more functions. The one that like I've seen that stuck out and I was playing with it earlier was zero crossing. That is dope. I like that. Cause like I don't know. I guess it depends on how far you zoomed in, and then like when you have different functions in your um like in Studio One, like your snap doing something like let me show you guys. So like right up here, like depending on how you have this set, right? And then I think it's also according to like the resolution, your quantized resolution, if you have that on or not or whatever. But there's been instances where I could not get my two regions to like come together for whatever reason is crazy. So now we have that option in here. So snap to zero crossings, which pretty much brings them close. And there was another feature I was seeing in here. Okay, I say this as another version, so we can go ahead and do things. Like for instance, say that this is the case, right? I think these two, like I could select these two and then come in here and I can actually have a command save for it. But I want to, as I was going through just like looking to see like what the heck is this? What does that do? And that's what a lot of you guys will have to do. Just go through and just see what does what. And then if it's something you feel useful, then create a command. I had someone ask me like, what is your key commands for what you be doing? And I'm like, yeah, see the thing is you can like customize your commands. And so if I tell you I hit J, it's because I created that command. And on your system, J may do something totally different. So all right, try to remember if I can get to that one thing. And it's probably something you could have done like all along. Remove gaps. You guys let me know. Were you able to remove gaps? So you see what I just did there? Like it just brought it together. I think that was the feature I was trying to explain earlier when I said zero crossing. That's cool. Crop to content. I have no idea what that means. Crop to content. See, I told y'all. All of this is new. Okay, so let's go down. Okay, Chord audition option. Oh, now that's dope. That's dope right there. Like now we can audition chords. So those are like pretty useful features. We can audition the chords and we can also like here like select our instrument. I'll have everything solo. All right. So, say for instance, I'm feeling like I should just create a new, fresh song. And you know what? Patterns is pretty cool. I like patterns. That's not new, but that's something that was updated like in 4. Okay, so let's go. I got a lot going on my screen that you guys can't see. Say, um, let's pull in the serum instrument. Now that this is the part that I thought was pretty cool. So like okay, so my chord track was already open. All right. So let's create a where's that tool at? There we go. So we create something there. Um mm, no, let's push that back. So let me go in and create a chord right quick. Oh, I have to send that out to you guys. Duh. Ah, gotta move this stuff around so I can see. Okay. Let's just drag this over. Terrible sound. Let's go for something else. I don't like that either. Whatever. All right. So say for instance we are in here. Right. You know, one thing I thought was cool was I could turn scales on, right? And you know, that's cool. But the thing that I like to see is like being able to change or create. Okay, what am I saying? Right. Let's solo that because I know that's gonna be terrible. Oh, let's unmute it first. And let's change the sound because that's a synth. And let's just go for I don't know. Right? Okay, cool. That sounds wonderful. Right? So say that was the situation. So before so if I go in here and say detect notes, is that what we want? Detect key signature. I should have did that. So the other thing you will notice is that they move things around. So now I'm in here like, oh, look at that. So they moved the menu because they added things, and I guess they're making sense. out of it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like this is what the like if you go to the musical functions, it's kind of like a 2 column deal here, right? So where would maybe it's in events? I probably should have saved that as a key command, right? Detecting notes or whatever. Anyway, we're gonna change this to follow notes so that when we change, God, where is it? See that I would like to be able to type. I see detect key signature, but that's not extract to chord track. Really? Extract to chord track. Okay. So anyway, I had a hard time like finding that. I really don't use I use it sometimes, but not often. But I did think it was pretty cool. Like, okay, so if I pull this up, right? Remember before? So when you click here, and for you guys that let me show you something, cause like some of you guys would have. I lost my track. Let me pull this down right here. Okay, some of you guys like would have did that, right? And then change things, and if you notice nothing is moving, I probably need to do a tutorial on that. If you notice nothing is changing, so you have to go here and turn on parallel, narrow, or bass. Like they all have like really cool like features, and now you can see the chord changing. So when you move stuff around like this, but like this was what we were doing before, like changing, and then we'll go back and play and okay, and like oh whatever. So now we can like, where is that? I think it's here. If you click here, you can say play track. Is it playing something or I can't hear it? I can't hear Jack. Okay. I, so it's not audition course. You gotta have audition course selected. Okay. I have audition course selected, but we hear nothing. Oh, chord preview. So you can pick the actual instrument. So I'm gonna go for serum, and I still can't hear nothing. That should be a default. How about that? That should be a default feature. Like why I'm not hearing nothing. Well, I was able to hear earlier. I was playing with this earlier with no problem. I must miss something. Okay, that's right. Oh, serum effects. Oh, duh. Still can't hear nothing. Like what is going on? Track preview. Track preview don't do anything. Anyway, you're supposed to be able to hear what's going on. And that's cool. I don't know why I'm not hearing anything. But yeah, yeah, I appreciate you guys for noticing that. Even though we was not successful in displaying or showing like the sound. The produce market is here. What's up, Doc? Uh, extract the chord, but you can audition without setting chords. Right. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, see, look, check this out. Let's see. This is gonna be a common question, guys. Like everybody wants to know how we can connect, and it's not me. It's not just me, guys. It's all of you guys want to know how we can connect our machine, and that's probably the main reason why majority of you guys came to the stream is because you want to know if we have DAW integration between Native Instruments and Studio One. I promise you guys, most of you guys here wanted to know that, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, or if there's something that I have not seen or just something did not click. I know we do not have DAW integration. I'm not really sure if that's something in the talks between Presonus and Native Instruments. I don't know. Like I've heard mixed things. Someone told me, and it's just people just with their ideas, wonderful ideas. It's Native Instruments. They need to create something, blah blah blah. And then I reached out to Native Instruments. They were saying that Studio One is the people that, or the Personas is the folks that have to allow for certain something to talk Studio One in order for our devices to speak. So it's like, I don't know. Like they both just need to come and sit at the same table and make it work for the people. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it's not something we can do at the moment. You can only um you can only use your machine as a MIDI device. So let's read the question. Yeah, if you would add MK3 to work with the Studio One or not as a MIDI, that will be great and get in touch to my controller and effects with the knobs. Yeah. See, I really I didn't even read the question before I put it up on the screen, and I already knew what it was about. That's crazy. And as I told y'all, most of y'all most of y'all watching want to see. Here's another one, Studio One and Adam versus Machine push for making beats. This is another one. Like that's a common thing right now, guys. Like um we need that integration. So I have a couple of people already who said that they if they don't have our devices talking to if they don't have that integration in the update, then I'm going to Cubase or I'm going here. I'm like, man, I I cannot argue with you guys on that. Then you got people that will say, you know, what is all this big deal about, you know, having your keyboard to do this and that, and then they try to scale that with, you know, workflow. Like, no, man, don't do that. Like, everybody's different. Everybody has a different, like, some people is cool with like inserting notes in the you know on your computer, which what they call them mouse producers, mouse cursor. And then you got people who like to do stuff on the keyboard and do everything from the keyboard. And you got people who just love the pads. So that's the reason why they put Atom pads out. And I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. I just thought that, yeah, that's it's crazy. Also, since we are what is it, drag and drop. Also, since we are drag and drop culture here, let's drag and drop sounds onto the pattern editor and the drum editor as a function. Machine can't compete with Atom. Let's put this on the screen. Now this one is cool and unique, and this is great because to that point I just made. See, this will be someone who thinks a little bit different. Like he has a different approach to music. He says, let's drag and drop sounds onto pattern editor. And drum editor as a function, machine can't compete with Atom. I haven't used machine since it arrived. But then again, it's going to depend on how when you use a machine. What was you doing inside a machine? What type of beat quality were you producing at? You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I agree with you. Like, exactly. Machine cannot compete with Atom, which was a video that I posted. But depending on your interpretation of how I just stated that statement right there, I would have just switched or like polarity. The way I put that is Atom can't compete with the machine, meaning that the machine has upper hand, but this guy switched it around. See, everybody's workflow is different, and I'm not knocking that. And I can't come at you guys like, man, if you love the Atom, you're whack. I can't do that. That's not my place, because I feel like a lot of you guys that watch me is dope, and what you do, it's all about workflow. You know, I just go live and tell you guys about like how I feel about certain things, blah blah blah, and you could take that or leave it. That's just up to you. But I have something totally different going on. So yeah. So this guy, and then it also depends on your knowledge behind machine. Like, how well do you know the machine? You know, what do you use the machine for? The Atom pad, yeah, it works differently because like Studio One is essentially different from machine, like the workflow. So of course, what you could do using the Atom pad and the new patterns thing that you can do inside of Studio One, it's different from the workflow in machine. You can create MIDI, then record into patterns, but you'll have to set the resolution first. I just updated and I can't find how to add the gain and polarity buttons on the channels. How did you do that? So Rob, to your question, I showed this like almost at the beginning of the video, but I'll do it again. So I'm new to it as well. So basically, in order to get that, like those, like these things here, like this is what we used to, right? Like Studio One just look bare basic like that, right? So you have to go into your gear thing and hit input controls, and now you can see this, and then you can adjust your inputs that way. And then here's your polarity buttons, which is cool. I like it. All right. So let's move on to the next. I will put the notes up, but I think I'm on a different page where you guys can't see. Musical editing. So, okay, so just reading off the list. Note action. This is under note action. So we can fill with notes, which is something I have to try out. I don't know what that means. Another note action is thin out notes. Thin out notes. What does that mean? I don't know. Repeat notes to part in. I'm guessing that means I don't know. I'm guessing that means like your region. Like what we just created just now, like maybe I can like note repeat till the end of this. I don't know. That's in there. That's a feature. Mirror notes. Yes. Mirror notes. I seen somebody do something on that. We can like briefly touch on that, but I really really wish this. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why I'm not. I'm not sure why I'm not able to hear the. That's beyond me right now. Like why I. Okay. Play track. Oh, you know what? I have an idea why. Well, it shouldn't matter. But what if I move it up some? Well, yeah, yeah, it shouldn't matter. Like I'm thinking, like okay, like where it starts, you should be able. You should be able to hear it. It works. I'm not sure. Um, you know what? I have an idea why that don't work. No. Okay, maybe not. 'Cause I was wondering if it had something to do with my outputs, like out here in the main. Because right now I have a different output for the stream, so I'm not able to hear like where it's being outputted to. Yeah, but this is cool. This is cool. This is huge. I like this part of it because like um you can hear the notes as you play up until a certain point and go in and play around with the notes and kind of hear it as you go along versus like play it every time to hear that, you know what I'm saying? You can hear it physically when you change the notes here, which is huge, is very useful. I like that. Being able to hear it when you click it. I like that. Now, one thing I wanted to see was like progression suggestions, like in Cubase. I haven't used Cubase. I just seen videos of people do that. Like that right there is dope. I don't know if it's a engine behind it that listens to your progression thus far and say, okay, you can go here or there, kind of give you suggestions as like in a creative standpoint. You know what I'm saying? When you're creating, maybe it suggestion where you can go that it may be an inspiration to where you didn't think you can go. You didn't think you can hit that progression, and it take you in a different, like, okay. Instead of just clicking around finding things, because although we can click and change things on the fly, you still have to, like, the customization here is pretty cool, but what does it sound like if I change the bass? Okay, I mean, like, all that's great, but it just need one more thing, like suggestions. Okay, what about if I go to A major with, I don't know, a G in the bass, something weird. You know what I'm saying? Or go diminish or augment. I can't hear none of this as I'm changing it, which is such a pity. Why am I unable to hear this? This is, and I do notice here goes groups. I made a group earlier. It's called Shakers. Groups is cool. Groups is not bad. Not bad at all. All right. So randomizing notes, quantize notes, quantize notes. Why is that? We could do that already, right? But it's a note action. Ah, well, I really don't understand what they're saying there. We could always quantize. Maybe it wasn't an action before. Now it's an action note quantize. I don't know. Stretch notes by dragging. That I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna create another. Let's do something here. So I already know that's whack, but I just want to show y'all this right quick. I want to see if I can achieve the same thing I seen somebody else do. So this will be like geared towards like, what was it? Mirror notes. So I think I have to select them all and then hit musical function and mirror notes right here. So there's a window that pops up. Mirror on first note, mirror on custom note, mirror on middle note. That's interesting. Mirror notes vertically. So let's say we say mirror notes horizontally, right? And then right here, I notice once I hit this thing here, it oh, okay, so that's custom notes. Right? That's actually pretty cool. That will work. I'm trying to think of how would that be helpful to me. Cause that's something totally new. So how would that be helpful? Like no, I guess knowing that that's there is pretty cool. Like um, and then I don't know. That's not bad. Now let's see if there's other. I'm just thinking there's other function I was filled with notes. I don't know what filled with notes mean. Stretch, huh? I'm not going to spend too much time on this, guys, because this is like I have to do a lot of um use pictures of extending notes only. 16 loop range, whole note part. Yeah, the whole note part, which is the region itself. Hmm. Huh. Hmm. Not bad. Not bad. You guys see what just happened? But you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking hi hats. Something else I noticed. Oh. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the questions. Time for a Q&A. Extract to chord track, but you can audition without setting chords. Yeah, the only problem was I couldn't hear my chords at all. So that that yeah. But you still gotta turn it on though. You gotta turn on the play. All right. Let's go to produce market. They should put more into the music producer space instead of trying to fulfill these band requirements. Oh, yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. Um, that is kind of like my gripe about because I went straight to the section here, and musical musical MIDI editing. Okay, I pretty much gave it to you guys here. Stretch multiple notes by dragging. I said that. Reorganize musical actions menu, new major, minor, triad scales. Okay. Um, Use assignable chord audition sound, chord audition options for chord events in chord track, um, chord audition option in chord selector. Then they have a section here called workflow. Independent macro toolbars for arrangement, music editor, custom menus, direct micro editing, duplicate micro command, blah blah blah. Patterns, support for quintets and sublets resolution. Any of you guys interested? C to C. Oh my god. Any of you guys doing anything that involves quintuplets, quintuplets, and septuplets resolution? Any of you guys doing that? Raise your hand. Let me know. That's a band thing. I'm a drummer myself, so I understand what that means. I already know. And in some cases it works for guys like, you know what, that do work. Music production. I can see that being a useful option. Never mind that. It's just it's not a familiar term in the production world, I guess. Improve swing timing for patterns with individual lanes resolution. So that looks like a fix. That's not a addition. Stem support, click drag, song data import retains disabled track state when importing. Okay. These are fixed. Fact channel. There's a lot of things, yeah, like the produce market says, there's a lot of things that is really pertaining towards mix engineers, people recording in Studio One with guitars, pretty much. DMV said, why won't Presonus do that? You think, what's the point of Adam if you're not uh if you're not going to do it? Okay, let's focus on this question right here. I'm not really sure what DMV is referring to. This is in regards to the produce market. Like, I don't even know what he said, but like, just looking at the question, my interpretation is um with the Atom pad, even with the Atom pad, we are still limited in some things we can and can't do. I have my own reasons. I'm not gonna go into that because it could just be me. I I don't know. Like with the whole MIDI thing, it's a little. I read. I'm sifting through some of the questions. It said NI is fixing the arranger. A lot of people dumping Atom and Studio One. Where are your resources coming from? I can actually see that happening though. Actually, I really can. But again, it's gonna depend on like your workflow. I had another gentleman that just loved Atom. Like, that's just his thing. But there's a lot of people who has a different approach. How how many think Ableton or Logic will add a chord track? I think Logic will do it. I think Logic will add a chord track. And when Logic does it, I think Logic is gonna do it on a level that's gonna be like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, oh, you know. I feel like Logic is coming with a strong update. What do you guys think? Logic Pro um has been quiet for a while. I mean, they putting updates out, here and there, whatever. But I feel like that they're coming out with Logic Pro 11, and I think it's gonna be like stupid. That's what I feel like. Logic can already do. See, Logic is one of those programs that has everything music production. The only reason why I use Studio One is several reasons. Like I do a lot of mixing and mastering, things like that. And for some of those reasons I switched over, and I like the sound of Studio One. I do like how they handle like the MIDI instruments versus multi instruments with Logic, because I use control. Yeah. I said that wrong too. Contact. Yeah. I use Contact a lot. And just the way that Studio One handles like the routing for like instruments like that, in any multi routing instrument, I love how Studio One handles that. In my opinion, is a lot better. Like, and recently, like with Studio Drummer being added to my arsenal, um, I just love how they handle routing. But there's a lot of things that I feel like I'm lacking as far as like the creative aspect of music production, which is, like I stated before, which is one of the reasons why I was thinking about moving to Cubase for like things that I desire for a film composition, stuff like that. Did Studio One actually make their DAW 70% efficient on your CPU? That is due for a test. I'm pretty sure someone's gonna update a video testing the speed, the workflow. Have I noticed a difference, a significant difference in I have to pull up those projects that were approaching the is pulling more resources, I guess, and see. I haven't had a chance to do that. So that I don't know. I can't really answer that question. But I think I noticed something. I do know that the CTC1 pulls a lot from Studio One. I need to know why that is. Why is the CTC, like, I like to have that on my master. I don't know why it's pulling this much resources from my computer, and I'm not even playing anything right now. It's 30% right now, between 25 and 30. Yeah, it's actually 25. Arcade pulls a lot of resources, but Arcade is not pulling as much as the CTC plugin. The CTC, what is that? It is like a out. It's this thing right here on your master channel that gives it. See, stuff like that is one of the reasons why I like Studio One. I mean, you could definitely put any type of plugin you want that has a analog emulation on the end like that. But it's like in Studio One, it's like it's Studio One's version of oh wow, it went up to 50. But this is not necessarily, well, okay. So so the custom, so Tube is pulling more resources if you're in Tube mode, so you're in deeper trouble there. I don't even really like how the Tube sound that much, like, because that's not what I'm going for. It's the style of music but anyway, Uh, this happens to be something that just at the end all the time. Like I don't have to go searching in the plugins to bring that in. It's just I just go here at the end and just activate that. There's three of them here: the console shaper, the CTC one, and then the tape multi-track, which is who was that by? Sound Soft Tube, I think. I'm not gonna switch because I like the settings that I had. Yeah. So yeah, that's just one of those things. Um, User interface, smooth audio, waveform. Okay, so that's an update. A lot of guys see these are more so geared towards mix engineering. Again, I'm not knocking it. Okay, let's go there. Let's just show you guys. Let me show you guys what's going on. Like, okay, so like say for instance for something like this. Like this is what like people were like, you see that? Like when you zoom in, it's supposed to be um more smooth. I think I think there's something in the settings I ain't say because they don't look smooth to me. But I seen them guys posting things. Oh, maybe it's something here. Audio input, solo, cursor, follow. Okay. I have I zoom in a lot trying to fix things, but it was never an issue to me if that was smooth or not. You know, that these these things are coming from Pro Tools users. Like I know that was a thing in Pro Tools, like having smooth, like a lot of the requests, the feature requests, is coming from Pro Tools users. And um, video export, I mentioned it earlier. I did notice the AAC support, import export, including uh, Apple lostness. Okay, mono option for export mixdown. Now that's cool. I like that mono option for um immediately when I'm thinking like show production. Why would you want a mono mix? Like if you're doing like live shows like these guys out here and you have limited resources, like one channel might be the track, like the show performance track, the other channel might be something else, you know, because you only have like stereo coming down the mix. So, you know, you can so I mean that's I like that because I used to do that a lot, like with tracks, loops, and things like that. And I had to set up stuff like that all the time. Um, and I had to like, I had to physically pan everything over all the way to the left, you know, and send that out. Now you can export as mono, which is cool. I do like that. See, it's a lot of things that I like about what they're doing, and it's one of those things where like the updates is enough to keep you hooked, but it's like why didn't they have this? Why didn't they do that? But it's like I do like that. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah, sweet. But it's like it's not one of those features that you see yourself using a lot unless you're someone who's using these features a lot. But like in my case, a lot of these features, VST3 support for program pitch names and key switch API. Okay, that's good to see. VST3 support. That's like a game changer in itself. So that will also contribute to the CPU load as well. You know, so will be able to do more VS2 host specific extensions to queries. Okay. The following issues has been resolved. So there are some fixed text field. Text field may lose focus when search results is displayed. I have noticed that. That was annoying. They fixed that. Cool. I have noticed that. Like if I go in here and type in stuff in the browser and I back all the way up, don't back up too far. Don't delete the first character because it's coming all the way out. So it's good to see that. Stuff like that is appreciated. Artifacts with volume automation. Okay. That's great. That's really great actually. Very short MP3 files cannot be imported. Really? I haven't noticed that. Macro toolbar presets get lost if multiple songs are closed in a certain order. Bounce in place, insert silence. Okay. Okay. VCA automation offset incorrect. I don't use VCA that much because I do more music production stuff where I don't need it. Click coordinate of pin is slightly off. Maybe that's a touchscreen thing. Potential lockout when using follow chord. True peak. Okay. Now here's something I thought was pretty cool as well. Like, I mean, this can go both ways. Like with the peak deal. Like now we can see where is it? Maybe that's the wrong type of let's see if I go here. Or maybe I need to click on the okay, click on the meter itself. Peak hold, peak RMS. These options don't look different from what they was talking about. Uh Wait, was this stuff already there? Yeah, wait. I'm confused. I'm not seeing that option. Are you supposed to be able to see like the input gain, like your true input? Maybe I no. Here's your group options right here. See, they added that there. That's new. Now I can see my group options. It was a big deal about that. That's cool. Also, in I'm reading through some of the notes and I'm remembering some things that I came across myself that I noticed. Like also in here, like if you dealing with like IOs, setting up your inputs and outputs, you can save this stuff as presets, right? It allows you to import and export. So like dealing with different like interfaces, you can this has a lot to do with like mobile, you know, if you have a certain setup, IO setup, or like me in my case, because I do live streams and then um doing tutorials for you guys and then just wanted to like just zone in and work with nothing connected to my computer, which is always the best optimization because everything works correctly. Um and when everything is working correctly is where I experience like stuff like insert notes and stuff in Presonus, and things don't always come out like I need to. So I can't blame that on the stream, being that I'm streaming video and other programs going. So that's where that will be coming from. Um, so you can add stereo, mono, and then I was told that no, not told. Yeah, well, I seen that in the stream. You can add more than one, and you can add color to it as well, like at the same time. Like this is new, and then label it. So which is like this is the color. Like you can go ahead and give it a color. I mean that's huge for some people. I appreciate it. I'm not gonna like speak on that, but it's cool. But that's some things that they added, you know. Input same way you can, and this is just for like dealing with your device, whatever interface that you're working with, mix controls or whatever. This right here, the metadata information. This is one of the things I like about Studio One, having like to be able to add stuff in and then add a image. You can't do that in Logic. You just can't. Logic don't allow that. Or maybe that might be coming up soon. I don't know. Another thing that I noticed that they talked about is I think it was batch record, batch export, which is huge for me because like I am in the middle of a project right now, and I do get projects like I told you guys before. Like I do mix. I am a mix engineer, so like a lot of these features are. I already felt like Studio One was solid for mixing, mastering, so I had no complaints with what I was able to do in the Studio One for that reason. But I do get songs often where several occasions I had someone sending me like drum stems of a full kit, and somehow it ended up in stereo for each one. Like when you mic a snare drum, it's usually one mic. If it's two mics, it's gonna be top and bottom, which still is mono, you know. At each tom has a mic, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have I guess it could be stereo, like the overhead, but it's usually mono though. Left, right, you know, over mic over your crash, and then you got another mic over your other crash. The ride, maybe the china right there, whatever, right on the right side of the drums. Then you got a kick. It's one mic, and then I get these files, and they say stereo because a lot of people don't know to send everything mono. So inside of this new thing that they have, and it's not included in Studio One. It's just something that they released in addition to the updates. I think it's called batch export. It's something you have to go into your Presonus account. It's in the store. I think the price I saw was like $50. Just drop $50 and grab that, and it would export all of that stuff. You could change from stereo to mono and export it all at once. And boom, insert that stuff in Studio One, and that's like time saver. Yeah, because if you're dealing with a lot of files that you need to convert from this and that, so I couldn't show y'all that now because I don't have it. I don't have it to show, but like the concept behind that, I think is pretty dope. Yeah. So like that's very useful. I like that. I'm gonna stream live soon about like how all this stuff comes together. No worries. Let's look at some questions. Marcus, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. let's see if I can put your question up on the screen here. Mr. Marcus Huskins is the guy that you guys seen on the live stream. If you guys looked at it, sitting in the middle. So yeah, there's so much new stuff going on with MIDI now. I gotta dig into fully and explore everything still. Absolutely, same here, same here. I like sorry guys if I wasn't able to like go through everything and show you exactly what to do. That's what the other videos are for. Like when I dive in, I'm gonna break things down and show y'all how to do this and that. You know what I'm saying? Give me a little time. I do have a life. give me some time so I can get the stuff to you. But we just went live today, just to kind of show you guys like what to expect. Because I know some of you guys haven't seen the live stream, and then some of you guys may have questions about some things that you feel like was not elaborated, explained very well on the stream. And I had a short time to play and just kind of show you guys what's going on, let's see. An automatic tempo detection. Is that a feature? Or is that something you're requesting? What's up, Focus? Bro, I was in Texas on the 24th hour Orlando and wanted to reach out, but I was in Houston. All good, man. All good. We probably wouldn't have been able to meet up anyway because I was probably at work. Because I would be more prepared right now for the stream, but I had some issues with my internet and I wasn't able to like get that stuff all resolved earlier because I was at work. Came home and trying to like do some things. I'm like, wait, okay. So I had to like, yeah. Did I ever get the chord track to play? No, I didn't. But it works. It works, guys. I just couldn't get it to play for you guys on the stream. That was like maybe the second thing I tested out. Like, I did the update first on my laptop at work, and I created a track and was just playing around with that. And like, oh, okay, this is cool. I like that. Okay, blah 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 blah. Yeah. So yeah, Marcus, we need to if you're still on, we need to have a discussion, brother. We need to have a full on discussion. I got some ideas I want to pitch to you. Yeah. Yeah, I don't sleep. I really don't. It's like man, I'm not gonna like break down my work life, but it's like when you're a music producer, here's me stepping into my role. Okay. When you're a music producer or mix engineer or whatever it is that you guys doing, not all the time and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Not all the time that money comes through. Some clients you deal with, you may have initially discussed some things that you want, financially that was the goal, and then later on you find that those financial goals don't meet the expectation or it changed over time, and due to several things that happen, over that period, um, and and then you have some people who's professional and that sticks to their word, things like that, whatever. Bottom line, I have several ways of income, right? And the job is being one of them. And the job takes like 12 hours, 14, 16 hours sometimes in one day, and then got to be back at work early in the morning. And you say, what time do you have to mix and do music and things like that? Which is the reason why I had to download the update at work. So I was at a point at work where I was able to download the update and play with it, like doing the break time, or doing a moment where it was like downtime or whatever at work. And so I find ways to do stuff, and then sometimes when I come home, I'll lose sleep to get a project done because this is what I do. So with the videos being like the frequency of these videos is challenging as well. Trying to get you guys videos up at like at a normal pace, along with, and that's like 1/8 of what I do, 1/16 of what I do. So like you know you just gotta push. You gotta push. You gotta make it happen. You gotta do what you gotta do until you are like one of those top dudes that's requested for like major production, mixing, whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real with you guys, because I know that's what you guys appreciate about this channel. Every once in a while, I gotta break it down to you guys. Like, how do you find time? Like, I can't find time to do that type of stuff. Like, I mean, you gotta make time. Some of you guys, and I have a full time family, 2 kids, high schooler. The other one's still in elementary school. So in the next couple of years, he'll be high school as well. Married, married for 15 years. On top of all this other stuff that I do, yeah, it gets challenging, but I love it. This is fun. I like it. Sleep when you're dead. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I mean, get your sleep, but like stop having excuses as to why you can't do what you need to do. Like, just make some time, man. Put Facebook down. You know what I'm saying? Get to work. And I'm talking to myself as well. So I get on Facebook, and a lot of my business come from Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. And after I'm done setting up a deal with somebody, I get to go scrolling, looking at things. And then before you know, it's like, oh crap, a whole hour and passed by just be scrolling. But that's the thing. Like, I would love to shut down Facebook, but like I say, like, a lot of my business come down from it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my business come from YouTube. Can't shut down YouTube. Anyway, that was just off the topic. I'm just ranting, I guess. Unsolo the track to play the chord track. Let's try that. Let's try that. Indeed. So we're gonna address this question, or this comment, or the instruction. He says unsolo. So let's go back to that track. And I appreciate you guys watching that. Like, he saw that. Like, wait, this brother, he trying to explain this stuff to me. But I could see clearly that he's soloed in. That's why he's not getting what he wants to achieve, because he's soloed in. this brother here, he's something special. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Let's see if that's the problem. If that's the problem, then that's a problem. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Wow. It is coming through kind of hot. Which is cool because I get to show you the input gain. Watch this. That's how that works. So I ain't even have to touch the fader here. I can just control the input, which is cool because I saw that was kind of, you know, gain staging. You just kind of, you do that at the top. You play the track, bring everything down, and you know, gain stage. You guys know how to gain stage. But yeah, I had my track. So now, thanks for that. By the way, was that Grimy Needle? Thanks for that, man. I appreciate that. So, by default, this was what we saw. It was chord preview. Wait, it's not playing nothing. What does it play by default though? It was like some type of weird sound. I can't remember. But I could change this stuff up anytime I want. Which is crazy though. Like that's wild right there because I can go in here and I could select any of these like instruments that's already in here that I'm using and just use that as my preview. That's kind of dope. Why is transient master in here? That's not an instrument. So I'm noticing a lot of these effects are showing me. That's interesting. I don't know what significance that would be. I don't know if that's something that they need to fix because if you don't know if that's an effect, you're like, for instance, like transient master is just an effect. You're not gonna hear nothing. Like, I don't even know like what's going on there. Why is that in the list? So let's go back to Serum, which is the track that I'm currently using. Right? It's one of those memes. I just created a meme right there. I mean, for the most part, it's cool because, like I said before, like I can hear just by clicking. Before I commit to that, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. I like that. I like that. I really do. But you still have to create chords. You got to put some type of chords in there in order to change. There's got to be something to change. Right? That's how I've known it. You can't just put up the chord track here and then it create a chord for you. Like just bam, you know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things where you still got to put it doesn't matter as long as you put 3 notes. You can put 3 notes anywhere you want in there and then it will change it for you when you go in. So yeah, thanks for that Grimy. I appreciate that. So I was able to show you guys what I was trying to show you. Was very unsuccessful earlier in the stream, but we've achieved the goal today. That's awesome. Appreciate that, bro. Let's see. I'm having so much fun with you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys come in like roaches. Like little roaches just scrambling all over the place. Cause you found out that I was live. And what is this guy doing? What are you talking about? Appreciate all of the likes. I don't know what it is, man, but it's like I start talking about like stuff like the brand, the clothing or whatever at the end of the stream, like 2 hours later, and nobody's gonna see the stream all the way down here. But like I have t-shirts for you guys if you just go to creative.com. Creative spelled just like this on the t-shirt. KREATVE. There's no I in the middle. Notice. Wait. Yeah, there's no I here in the middle. No I there. It's creative spelled with the K.com, and just go to the shop. There's different designs created by myself. I created all of that stuff. I have more that I have on my computer. I just haven't uploaded yet, but I'm kind of building up a little merch type thing. You know, if you see something you like, go ahead, make a purchase that's supporting me or whatever. Like I said earlier, like I have to create multiple streams of income. That will be one of them. um, you know, because these kids right here, man, any of you guys got kids, and it's just when you guys purchase from the website, it just supports, like give back, I guess, because like right now I'm not making any money, and I'm showing you guys things, and I do these tutorials, and I got a bunch of stuff on YouTube. I do that stuff for free. I don't have a problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making money doing that. You know, besides what YouTube is giving me, like cents on a dollar. You gotta have like 30 million views in order to get like $10. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like stuff like that is just changing all the time. So yeah, I love what I do. I have no problem, you know. I have no problem showing you guys whatever you want to know. You know, this is what this is all about. So yeah, I appreciate that, guys. Whoever goes and just support a bro, I appreciate it. Scalar, yeah, Scalar will be better. Scalar is the thing for that. Well, I mean, it would be nice to have a scalar in here. You know, I have a scalar, but that scalar, it takes up so much. And with the scalar, you got to put that on here in like a whole nother instrument. It's a whole nother instrument for that. And then take the MIDI notes and put it to the instrument that you want. Uh, you know, and in that scalar, you only have like limited instruments, which is not a big deal. But I know for me, a lot of times it's all about what I hear. Like, oh, this chord sound dope using this instrument versus the standard piano sound. Like it just sounds totally different. Those type of things invokes inspiration, creativity. You know, but some people it don't bother some people. You know, like if you can hear past that, that's great. And sometimes instruments do like the way that the instrument is built. It does different things. Like it invokes other things. It's just depending on the samples you're dealing with. You know, like something that seems so simple in using a basic piano can sound so huge and so big using strings or like some synth crazy patch. With LFOs going and reverbs and delays and stuff like that. So, um, Yeah, that's what's up. Let's see. Let's go to the questions. I got a video on using defined tempo on my YouTube channel. Hey, you guys, if you've never heard of Marcus Huskins, he's the guy. Like, if you type in Studio One tutorials, um, he was one point with Studio One experts. You'll know that voice, that special voice. Like, yeah, this is the guy that is behind a lot of that, and so he has his own channel here, and he's probably really better than explaining a lot of the stuff than I am. Like, he definitely, I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot, so much from him, and I am honored to have him as one of my buddies. So big ups to you, bro. You guys go over there, Marcus Huskin Music. If you guys like Studio One, you got to be subscribed to his channel. He has a lot of helpful tips. He was also one of the guys on the live stream when Presonus went live this time about the update 4.5. He's the guy sitting in the middle. He's the guy that's going to tell you cheers on each video. That's him. All right, guys, have a good day. Cheers. Make good music. Cheers. Love you, bro. Man, I love it. Love it. Yeah, this is a real good dude. We got a family as well, married. You know what I mean? Like, we talked several times on a few occasions, man. I would. This is one dude I would love to meet, like, face to face. I haven't met him yet, but this dude right here, he's real. He's real genuine. You know what I'm saying? And he's got a good heart. You know, real good dude. Real good dude. Absolutely. So you guys go, show him some love. All right, what else? What else? What else we got? What else? What else? Let's see. Feeling is mutual. Absolutely. Absolutely. No problem. No problem. Um, that's why we gotta talk, bro. We gotta talk. We gotta chop it up. I'm trying to go through some of these questions to see if I can answer something. Grimy Needle says, "No, I actually love and hate Serato. You love and hate Serato. Serato's cool. Serato's cool. I don't have that plug in yet, but I've seen videos on it, and you can do some really cool things in there. I like what you can do in there. It's really cool. Um, yeah, really cool. Grammy Needle says, now I know I have to tag Ella for him to read the comment. What are you talking about, man? I'm just going through random things, random questions, seeing what I can answer before I end this stream here. I think Logic Pro killed it with that feature. I know Melodyne can do it, but it is somewhat cumbersome. Uh, oh, to that question earlier, Marcus was addressing the automating tempo mapping. I do know how to automate tempo mapping, but I don't know if that's a request, like a feature update or feature request, or like a new feature, or I'm saying the same thing like 20 times. I don't think that's an, but it was always kind of clunky to me versus Logic tempo mapping. And I'm going in here now and seeing if there's like anything noticeable. Open tempo track. Hmm. I haven't dealt with tempo mapping in a while, and I'm just hmm. Okay. Um, I dealt with one song where I had to do that, and it was like, I do not like the experience. Um, but the other gentleman was like, tempo detection. That I don't know anything about. I haven't read that or came across that in the notes. Yeah, but that would be cool though. Like if that was an update. Gosh, what just happened? Okay. Uh, Grammy says I do more in impact than Serato and faster. Does the new gain knob affect the clip gain? No, it does not. That's a question that I need to yeah. Does the new gain knob affect the clip gain? No, it does not. It's two separate things. Two separate things. The only thing Serato does, it's a gain trim that affects the entire track. This is the correct answer. It's a gain trim that affects the entire track. Yeah, pre or post. That will be pre. That will definitely be pre. Because it's the first thing on your track. It's the whole idea is for and you asking all of the right questions, but like when you the whole idea, because a Studio One is mix engineer heavy features, so that only make that only makes sense for them to do pre. So that is your true input gain control, input gain, uh, um, and it won't affect what plugins you have on it. Because remember I said before in the stream, a lot of times we was adding the gain tool in order to get that gain, that type of thing, gain controlling, gain staging. So now they add it on the track itself, like but you have to go in and turn it on. You got to go to the gear icon and turn it on, in order to see that. All right, I hope that answered your question. Pre-fader. It will be like a pre-fader, so to speak. Cool, 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 cool. Uh, all right, guys. Remember to like the crap out of this video, even though it's long, and yeah, like the video, show your support. I appreciate you guys. Uh, go to the website creative KREATVE.com. Grab your t-shirt, and these things feels really great. It feels wonderful. Touch to the skin is very soft. It's durable. Like, this is a quality t-shirt. I can't see this quality being like faded. Although I didn't have it a long time, so I can't really say. But uh it's just, it's soft. It's one of those shirts that you should have in your drawer, because you are a creative person. You should be rocking this creative. And I have different designs in case you don't like this specific one. I'm gonna order me some more myself and show you guys how that looks. But if you're a creative person, go ahead to the website creative.com. Get your t-shirt, get you a jacket. I got jackets on there as well. I got hats. You can get one of these or something similar to this. It says creative, black on black. Um, like I said, I got more designs. It's coming pretty soon. Um, I might put like a white background on it. I think I have one on it like that. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember everything I do. Focus. Good presentation of what we do. I appreciate that, man. And you deserve a spot on the string. I appreciate that. Going to get me. This is even more important. Going to get me a shirt, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. You know, they only what, $25 plus shipping, which comes out to like maybe 30, I think, depending on where you live. I'm guessing. Said what company that hat from, if you don't mind me asking. This one is a Odo. Yeah, it's an Otto or Odo or whatever. That's the company that makes these hats, but I think you guys will get something different if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. It's like a couple of it's a couple of companies that makes these hats that I have on the site. So depending on the design you go for, will be the other one would be I can't remember. The other one is snapback, the classic snapback, the Upong. I don't know how to say that. Yeah, this is another design, like this, like embedded closer. This one is like in more of a embossed design. It comes out a little more. I like this one. I like the feel. I have a bunch of hats like these. I like these a whole lot better. So when I got this one, I was like, the classics are dope. I like the classics. The 504 gang. Sound like a gang. Yeah, you Pong. There's another I think when you go on the site, it might tell you. It might tell you who makes them. I don't know. Like in the description, it might tell you. You just have to visit the site and see if it tells you. This like for hat. I understand hat wear is like it's different hat makers have a different effect. Just like clothes, depending on who. Like Hanes make theirs different from Fruit of the Looms or Canvas. I love Bella Canvas is dope. Like Dupont is small on my head. I seen the sticker just had an X things. Yeah, just go on the site and look and see who, because it's a couple of them. There's a couple on there, and it was like they are different because of the style that I went for and what I was trying to achieve as far as the design. So you just have to go to the site and see. But based on your picture, yeah, you definitely will need something bigger. It look like you have dreads, so yeah, just yeah. I understand, man. I do get it. This is a brand on there. Like if you go for the one, uh, you know what? Auto. I don't even think Auto is on there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember where I be getting this stuff from sometimes. Grammy said you're going with Printful for my merch. Same here. I use Printful. Same here. All right, this stream has been 2 hours long. I don't know when I'm gonna do another live one, but I do appreciate you guys for like hanging out with me, man. Man, you don't know how awesome. Big ups to Presonus and what they're doing. Like I do like what they're doing. I really do. I feel like I feel like I need to come back here and change my tempo back to where it was before. Uh-huh. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Presonus is I like what they're doing, man. Like it's cool. Like I said before, they always do things that like when you start to drift away, they come back with something like okay, I think I'll hang in there. But like I'm music production, guys. Like that's my thing. Um, which is like I said before, one of the reasons why I was thinking about going to Cubase because of what you can do with Cubase in terms of like music production stuff. And I use Bitwig Studio as well for that same reason. And went back to Logic recently, just use it for a couple of things. For that same reason. And music production is very important to me. So like I I just hope that Marcus, hey man, yeah, we want we're gonna talk, man, cause yeah, we need to talk. We need to talk. Me personally, I feel like it's who's on a team. The person that's on a team, I, it's a lot of guitar players on that team. And so it's a lot of the stuff that we see is like for someone who plays guitar that don't really care about some things that we as producers look for. People like my boy the product market mentioned earlier. All most of the features that I read, I felt like it was geared towards like bandmates, stuff that you could do definitely with recording. Like I'm not knocking anything. But I didn't see a big category for production. Like I like the video editor, not the editor, but the video export. Love it, love it. I've been asking for that for like forever, ever since I moved over. I'm like, oh, I was doing that in Logic and then moved over because there's a lot of things about Studio One that I like, and then got really deep in it, and then I got a video project that came in, and I'm like, oh, dang it, I can't export this to. So I had to export everything out and bring it in Logic because I didn't feel like pulling up Final Cut to do that and then like moving whatever. So I brought everything up in Logic because Logic does it. Or I just use Logic for anytime I need to deal with film, video and stuff like that. So I'll just do it in Logic, which, yeah. So now Studio One has it. We are now able to export to the film as it comes in, which is great. I love it. But, I'm just be honest, man. Like, it's still a lot of. But, like, this is coming from my first impressions. I just have to dig in and see. Like, there are a lot of MIDI features, a few MIDI features that was added, and I just need to figure out what that stuff do and how will it affect me, like workflow wise. I already found a couple that works. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. But like all overall, like I feel like correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if any of you guys played in it, but I was like the song I was playing with, like after I updated, it kind of seemed like the MIDI got better, and I think I've seen something in there that was geared towards like the MIDI, like the MIDI engine or the way that it captured MIDI when you record. I could be jumping the gun because I've done that before. I don't want to jump the gun this time, but like I think I seen something that deals with that because that was a big issue, and that was an issue about a lot of other people too. A lot of people experiencing the MIDI, like the capturing. All right. Oh yes, Cubase is a beast for production too. Cubase is on sale as well. I'm trying. I don't know if I should go ahead and get it in that. I don't know. I don't know. It's tempting. It said video expert was the only plus for me as well. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like it's like one of those. You know, I think it's dope. Like it does. If for that reason, I feel like Presonus. We are only at 4.0, guys, or 4.5, if we want to be specific. But I mean like the fourth update, like the fourth version of Studio One, and we're doing really well. Like in the fourth update, we already are very close to like the heavy hitters, like Pro Tools, Logic, um, maybe Cubase. Cubase will be one because the developers that's on the team with Personas, I think they're from the Cubase Steinberg world, and so there's a lot of things in here that will remind you of Cubase, which is the reason why you would hear those terms loosely. You know, Cubase versus Logic. I mean, versus Studio One because they kind of favor each other a little bit. There's still a lot of things in Cubase that Cubase does well, and there's things in Studio One that it does really well. Um, I just found out recently that Cubase handles their CPU better. Something that they updated. I don't know if it was in Cubase 10, So I'm see the thing about Cubase is, man, like, so when you buy Cubase, you got to also have the e-licenser. That's dumb to me. Why? Like, the only people I know who does that is Pro Tools. Like, they was dealing with the iLock key for years, and then they finally broke away from that. I think it was 8.0 or 9.0, and no, it was the interface. I'm sorry, the interface. You had to have, oh, what was it? What's the name of the interface that Pro Tools? And I had one too. Uh, I'm looking at the comments to see if y'all can guess. Uh, Crap. But anyway, you had to have that interface. You couldn't use any other interface besides that interface using Pro Tools. It's the MIDI. No, it's about Avid. Avid made it. Ah, can't. It's right there. It's right there. It's like the tip of your brain, but I can't pick it out. But anyway, um, I can't remember the name of the interface that they use. But when they finally deviated from using that, then they moved to iLock. So you can't use Pro Tools without an iLock key. And Cubase is doing the same thing. But in Studio One, you don't need an iLock key. In Logic, you don't need a iLock key. In Propeller Reason, you don't need an iLock key. You don't need an iLock key in Ableton Live. You don't need an iLock key for Machine. Maybe, well, nope. So I wouldn't say you need a machine in order to activate and like use Machine. You can still use Machine with a regular keyboard. I mean, but to me, it's pointless because like all of the features are like on the actual devices. You know, you get to it a lot quicker. But you could definitely use a machine without a machine, like the software or the plugin. See if anybody the Digio One. No, the Digio One was inbox. That's it. Everybody had an inbox because everybody was using Pro Tools. The Digio 1 or the Digio 2 is what I had as well, and I was using that to record drums because it had several inputs. Like it was like a rack mount. The Digi was the rack mount of the inbox, I think. Yeah, good old days, huh? The good old days. Or the '03. The '03 came out. I remember I think I was starting to like look at other things when the '03 came out. And the 003, yeah. The 003 was cool. I think I had the 002. Maybe I had the 003. I don't know. I can't remember these things. It's been a while. I don't even think they make those anymore. But yeah, the inbox is like the inbox one. I had the inbox one. I remember when they came out with the inbox two. And you start seeing the inbox two come out. Like this interface right here kind of favors that a little bit with like the colors, the gray and the blue type deal. Kind of looks like it a little bit. The Digi was for professionals. Absolutely. Oh, you know what? Uh, uh, it was a mixer too. Was that the Digi? The Digi was the mixer. I can't remember. But the point is, you had to have either one of those devices that Avid made in order to use Pro Tools. That's the whole point behind that. You still got your 002. Wow, man, that's what's up. Do you still use it? Yeah, it's totally useless, especially for what we are doing now. Like where music has grown from since then to till now. Like we on a whole nother level now. You know what I mean? Like I I'm waiting on the day that Cubase announced that they don't no longer need the e-licenser. But maybe I don't know. I don't know what security issues that Steinberg deals with. Maybe it's just to help them, like, maybe it does downsize the amount of copies that's floating around. You know, people are downloading any and everything from the websites nowadays, but not Cubase because you need an e-licenser. If you ain't got one of those, you just SOL. I have Empowered Pro Tools. Glad I went to Studio One. That's what's up. That's what's up, bro. And y'all talking about y'all age now. Y'all old. Oh my god. Y'all still got the y'all, man, the Digio 2 and the Digio 3. Like, who are y'all? Y'all old. Y'all, oh my god. Uh I'm jabbing. I'm jabbing. Cause I remember those days. I guess I'm speaking my age too. It wasn't really that long ago, to be honest. It was just one of those things that I started out with, like, during those days. I started with Pro Tools 7.0 LE. That's when I moved digital, like moved to the computer world, computer in the box, or what's it called, production in the box, mixing in the box. You know, just those were the days I was using something totally different. I was doing the analog thing with the Triton keyboard. I still got it too. I have my Triton keyboard. I don't have the MPC anymore. Um, but yeah, but those are some of the things that I started out with, and I used to have like the Triton keyboard had 4 outputs on it. So in the Triton, I can assign different tracks. I think it was 16 tracks I could have. Like, man, I thought I was doing it. 16 tracks. I had 16 tracks of music. Like, I can put individual sounds and things like that. But I can only export 4 at a time. So I would dump 4. So that means you have to play the song all the way through. So in my case, it was like I had to play the song all the way through 4 different times, and had them synced up MIDI clock inside of Pro Tools. That's how I was doing it. Pro Tools was a beast for, like, controlling all your devices. MIDI clock. I ain't even see if you could do that in Studio One because I never had a need for that. Like, I don't have any analog gear for that reason. But I mean, I think there is a lot of people who use that stuff, like, which hints the there's a plug-in in here, Pipeline, which allows for analog gear, analog situations. I've and that's something they updated too. Wow, Pipeline is wow. They updated Pipeline, guys. I was looking at that the other day, like, wow, it's pretty cool. So some of you guys probably don't even know what this is, but this is Pipeline. Pipeline looked at like what the EQ looked like at that time. So they updated the look. It looks pretty good. But Pipeline was a way to it is a way to get the analog, like if you guys working with stuff like that. This is what you'll use. So again, like, Studio One is beast for, like, mix engineers and recording engineers, mastering engineers. It's dope for that. I guess the next update will be them actually updating the EQ. Like the EQ still looks ugly. Well, it don't look ugly. It's still um Studio One 2. Like this is what Studio One 2 used to look like with this type of this color scheme, the knobs and just everything. It had that function. Or like the compressor. The compressor still has the same. You know what I'm saying? It has that same look, and the other plugins, they all look the same. I guess at some point that they will actually update this, maybe the next. But it works. It works. Like why change it? I guess it works well. And this was like with Logic. Logic was the same way. Moving into Logic Pro X, everything, all of the plugins still look like Logic Pro 9 until like recently, and they updated everything to look more like the analog emulation of the 76 or whatever, right? The 2A, other the vintage stuff. I started making beats with the dual cassette radio. I think no, I was recording stuff using that man cassette. Oh man, y'all really y'all graduated to 909 and Casio keyboard. Man. Started making beats on a PS2. Wow, I heard about that. Like I was wondering how I think I seen that. Like I had a buddy who had that hip hop music generator tells my yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, bro. Um yeah. Deval says Steinberg is owned by Yamaha. Yamaha is gunning for Avid. This is gunning for Avid users high end. So I'm gonna put this on the screen. So what are you saying? Like, let me. I know that Yamaha owns Steinberg, but when you say that they gunning for Avid, like what are you saying? Like break that down to me. Um, Marcus says I had an analog reel to reel slave to Pro Tools by printing time code into track 8 and converting sample to MTC through a MIDI converter. Bro, I think that dude, like that's what a lot of us was doing. I didn't have a reel to reel though, like so that's pretty dope though. Like but I mean like we were all it was like this thing with like this computer stuff. Like most guys, well, I know me. I know I was looking at this like I guess it was the new generation that discovered ways to do things easier and quicker on the computers, and I'm looking at them like you can't be serious. Like you're not a real producer if you doing stuff on the computer. Just like that's kind of what I thought about like PS2, PS, yeah, PlayStation. Use a controller to make music, really? Like, you know, like, dude, you need a keyboard. Like, you need a full fledged. You gotta have analog stuff that you're spending thousands of dollars to have. like laying around like stationary. Like you can't just pick up a controller and make music. Like what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? That's what I used to think coming up. I'm like, man, you whack. You know. Then Pro Tools come in with the whole like being able to like deal with MIDI time and link everything up. Like that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Those were the days I was coming in, being able to like MIDI, use the MIDI clock to sync up stuff, sending out MIDI time code, and I remember I was like, I would get a lot of calls because people that couldn't understand how MIDI works. And it was one point I was like, what is this MIDI stuff? And I learned and saw like the effect of how I can like control stuff. I could control my gear, clicking the space bar. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. So I I learned how to do it. So I was able to like control several devices at the same time. It was like magic, like boom, and all the like devices just go, like man. Which is the reason why you had to have like when you make tracks back then, you had to have like a bar or two in the beginning to give time for all your MIDI devices to sync up, because it was always like a lag or whatever. But give it a bar, it'll catch up. So your music start on bar two, and then boom, and then you just go in and just trim off the beginning. Yeah, man, those were the days, man. Uh, Marcus, you still have it? Wow, wow, that's crazy. You use the MiTi, then use third party plugins to sculpt the chord, sculpt the sound. Yamaha has amazing controllers. I track with all my drums to tape them to Pro Tools. I'll have to talk to you, Marcus. I don't like answers nobody votes stuff for. I'm saying that they have proprietary technology they want to project. Oh, okay. E-licenser was the answer to ensure Pro Tools HX users that their product were safe in the Steinberg software. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. 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 I guess. That's why I said like with the Cubase thing. Um. I know that there's reasons behind that. So like theoretically, I guess yeah okay that makes sense. Um, being that the question I or the statement I made earlier with Cubase and their e-licenser, like what's the point behind it? Like Pro Tools was doing it, they're still doing it, and then Cubase is doing the same thing, and it's like really, bro, like what is that? Yeah, so yeah, it makes sense. If you use Pro Tools and you're used to using a key for it, I have two of them, and I still use them for different softwares that requires them. Um, Coming from Pro Tools, knowing like you have that protection, it's like a mind thing. Like yeah, the e licenser, yeah, there's one company that will protect my stuff, my investments. Must be safe. Y'all remember the 88X the Pro Tools put out? Um, the plugins. Is that still relevant? Like, is it like what I remember? I think they was trying to go to a whole nother level, especially like with waves. I know that that was like something that they were trying to do to make their or AAX was a protocol inside of Pro Tools that made it safer, I guess. I don't know if it detect licenses or whatever, or say, hey, yeah, you can't use that because you're not registered. You didn't buy that plugin, so you can't upload it. You can't use it in this project. Sorry. Um, but then Waves came out with something different now. Like now they have like this thing where if you're using Waves software, you have to have, well, you have to have their downloader, and um it actually it searches your system for crack software, crack plugins, and you can't use any of it. So I guess that's their fix, which is cool. Uh, I think that's brilliant. I guess we're not gonna make you use a key, but in order to get the plugin, you got to download through this plugin. I mean this downloader, and it's a lot of companies are doing like that. Like Output.com is doing that. In order to get the instruments, you got to have or Native Instruments. Native Instruments, you have to download the products using Native Access, and all of your updates and things are coming through there. Or like Superior Drummer. In order to get the updates and things, you got to go through their downloader deal and then update your stuff. That's cool. I like it. I dig it. Man, this stream is about 3 hours long. That's crazy. And y'all still hanging out with me. Man, it is an outdated security system, though. I agree. They should move on, but not go subscription based like Avid. Yeah, it seems like everybody's going to subscription based. I'm clocking out there. Like if you go, it's already a certain things I have with subscription, but if everything that I use take on to that model, that subscription model, we're doomed. You know, it's like a lot of hits and on radio. I guess that would like y'all would tamper with some people because like it's like you can't make music no more. You gotta have money to make music. It's almost like they doing reverse. Like back in the day, you had to have a lot of money in order to purchase these big old mix consoles and expensive keyboards, expensive speakers, and to have a computer. Super expensive to have all these things, right? In order to do real music that sounds really good and there's radio quality. And then we deviated from that. Computers got cheaper, hard drives got cheaper, speakers got cheaper. And now we have MIDI devices, keyboards that don't come with sounds to control things, and things. Everything has gotten cheaper. And then we can use plugins that emulate those hardware devices we love so much, and we grew up listening to this records on radio. Now we have vintage emulation and all this type of things. Now you can put that inside your DAW in your computer, and then um now they're doing subscriptions. So it's like we're going back. So, because at the end of the day, if everything goes subscription, it's like, okay, now you got to have money all over again in order to produce music. So now you got a subscription to use your DAW, subscriptions to use plugins, Slate plugins, um, Waves. You gotta wait for a sale. And I think they have, I don't know if they go into a subscription model, but they often go on sale in order to like, get their stuff. So wait till a good sale. Like I know right now you can get like their platinum. I think it's the platinum or the diamond or the silver, one of them, the bundle for $130 right now. Or get each plug-in at $29. I think that was only for the 22nd and 21st. Yeah. So if you guys like, if you're into wave plugs, go there now because I think today is the last day, and then just gotta wait till the next update. I mean, the next times they put it on sale. But you can get plugins on there for $30, or buy bundles at cheap price, right? But everything's going back to Adobe subscription. Everything on there is subscription based. Like Photoshop is owning Photoshop is a thing of the past now. You got to have a subscription. I don't use Photoshop. I use Affinity. Affinity's designer and Affinity Photo to do all of my graphic works, and it works just like Adobe stuff. I pay like $50 each, and I own it. And I've been using that for like the last couple of years, and all the updates that come out, it's free, and it's like I love it. Get it on the iPad. Yeah, it's great stuff. How much RAM do you have in your Mac, in your iMac? Let's see. How much RAM do I have? I can show you. Dang, it just blew it up like huge. Like dang, that's crazy. All right, so I have the 27-inch, the mid 2011. Just showing you guys like what I have, so I get a lot. Well, no one is going to look at this stream 3 hours down the line and see what I use, but this is my specs. 16 gigs. Um, my memory, yeah, 16. As you can see, so my main hard drive is going to be like half or a little bit beyond half. I guess it's good. I'm showing you guys like how my system looks in terms of like this is the main the see my system. I just have oh, I'm saving more than half. I have 600 gigs left. So this is a terabyte drive, and I try my best to keep it free of most of everything. I try my best. I have some things on here that has to live on the hard drive, but this is what gets people in trouble a lot. When you have your drive like close to capacity, is when you start having problems, and there's a reason why you see a bunch of people with issues and stuff like that. But you got to give your hard drive like some space and some room to do what it does best. Like you can't max it out, and this is the reason why I have things like this. Man, this is almost full. So I have an external drive handling all of my libraries, and all of my files, my music files, and movies, whatever on that. This is the same drive, but it's like portioned or partitioned, should I say? This barely has anything on it because it's a what is it? It's not a FAT32, but it's a I can't remember what format that is. This is for like things that I need to. It's specific for like cross platforms, PC or Mac. So I just kind of leave that free for that reason. Blah 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 blah. All right. Let's go back to. Yeah, I got 2 subscriptions: Slate Digital and Rolling Cloud. Rolling Cloud. I didn't know Rolling had. Wow. I don't use Rolling, so I wouldn't know anything about that. But wow. Wait, I'm starting a subscription. Stop it. uh, okay. All right. So let me clear. Let me clear something. There's nothing wrong with subscriptions, right? That's how most of these companies are making their money now, because like it's first of all, this is a great way, like, because a lot of people stealing stuff, you know. So if you want the latest and hottest, and it's like it's an affordable way to have like their top tier plugins and top tier softwares and top stuff with all of the features. And if you paying like $14 a month or $20 a month or whatever, it's great. It's a great model. Like, I have Slate, you know. I pay the $14 a month. You know, it's something worth having. You know, because I think at one point Slate was pretty expensive, and you know, so now it's like that's affordable. You got $14 a month, $15 to spare. You know, why not? You know, Pro Tools. I mean, not Pro Tools, but Photoshop. I think it's like $19 a month. Like, if you want everything like Illustrator, Photoshop, um, some other stuff. I can't remember. Those are the two major ones. Like, Premiere. If you want to use Premiere, you know, okay, you know, see, I remember Photoshop being something that you had to pay, like if you was doing like the suite. Oh my god, this stuff was like it was past $1,000, like 2 grand or something like that. And like, if you want the master suite, man, it was like, it was some money. And so what do a lot of people do if you really want to use their plugins or whatever software, but you don't have the money? You make it available for people, and people download the stuff, and so they say, you know what? Okay, all right, we got something, and I think it's a great model for people who want to own some. Well, you really don't own it, because the moment you don't pay your bill, you ain't working that month, you know. So yeah. uh but I mean, like, it's cheaper than dropping thousands of dollars to own this stuff. So I mean, nothing against it. And for some of you guys that are doing things like whatever, that model is great. I think I'm going to be doing a subscription model for some things I'm trying to do, like, because I teach, you know. I have a website, um um the Creative University. I have not updated that platform in a while. And you kind of see why there's a lot of stuff coming out, like now 4.5, Studio One 4.5. It's like I got to reteach that Studio One course in there, because we are doing something totally different now. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, I think my last course was like 3.5 or something like that. And so yeah, um, that's what's up. That is what's up. So, I mean, not nothing against it. I'm not bashing, but I'm just saying, like, for people who can't afford it, you know, you can't be a bedroom producer doing these things, because you got to be making money. Because the plugins you want, you got to be making at least $15 a month. to give to them in order to own these plugins. That's all I'm saying. So you gotta go get you a job first, man. And a lot of people, like a lot of us, we trying to move away from the job thing. You know what I mean? We want to do this full time and make money and get rich off of it. That's at least that's my idea. Like that's what I want to be able to do. You know, get rich off of what I do, what I love to do. You know, this will always be an expensive hobby profession. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy. You know what? I got to come up with something because I think let me put that up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna address that because I thought about that before. Like there's a lot of us that spend so much money on this stuff to have Studio One, to have the Autumn Pad, to have machine products. Machine products are by far like they're not cheap, very expensive, but you can see behind them the sound quality that you're getting is phenomenal. So the price that you're spending to own their products is definitely it meets the buck. It's very qualitative, and you can make your stuff sound even more better if you have the skill behind it. You know what I'm saying? You know how to tweak stuff. You know, so it's just but they already like they present the stuff to you already quality, like it's ready out of the box, and you can just do amazing things with their stuff. So, but like we're spending a lot of money to own all of these things, and we're not making no money doing nothing because we don't have, you know, the skill level is really what we need to be developing, and that's my thing. I want to help you guys like skill level, and this is the reason why I show what I do. Get your chops up so that you can like ship it off to a client and get paid. 'Cause I know too many people who got a lot of the stuff and they're having problems with like getting it out there. Like, man, Ella, like what who do I sign up for? Like what websites do I go to make money? You know what I'm saying? I need to make money. I know it was one person I was dealing with where he's married and his wife was like just ready to just throw his entire section. It's like she felt like he was just like collecting dust. Like you're not making any money. Cause he'll be at work a lot. Like he a truck driver. He'll be at work. That's what he do full time. That's how he bring in most of the money. And then a lot of his gear just be sitting around like collecting dust. It's like a part of the house that he's not using that could be used for a chair or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's a part of the house that could be useful to living space. And his wife just felt like, okay, we need to get rid of all this stuff. It's not making no money. The only value she see is we sell it and we can like, pawn it or something, get the money from that. So, a lot of us spending too much money on this stuff and it's like, but nobody is doing anything to develop their skill either. All right. Anyway, all right, we we're reaching the 3 hour mark. Okay, it's time to go, guys. It's 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 been well. It's been good. Um, it's been good. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get on out of here and get back to work. This is one of the days I have off. Well, I had to work early, but I got off early, so I was able to. Yeah. All right. I'm out of here, guys. Ella, signing off. Remember, music is art. You the artist. Paint your picture. Once again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Visit the website, creative.com. And I am out of here.